Hi, my name's Rachel. I've recently completed my advanced riding course and even studied for my master's, which I've just passed, all within a year. My journey started when I had to make the awful decision of having my horse put to sleep in May 24. This changed my whole life, and I've been chasing something ever since. I've never ridden a motorbike before, and it seemed like the best thing compared to horses. So I completed my theory test, and a week later, I completed my CBT. Um, After a few months of riding my little Honda CB125F, I knew I was ready to take my A1 license. So I did 2 days training and then I passed on the 6th of August 24. However, such a short time on bikes, I felt as though I didn't have a clue. I went and bought my first big bike on the 9th of August, and that was a Suzuki GSX 8R. And it soon became apparent that I didn't know very much. I didn't have knowledge or confidence that I needed to ride my bike in the safest manner. I was seeing other people riding and doing different things, and I didn't know which was correct or what I should do. I saw a post on social media advertising a free taster session with my local IAM RoadSmart group, and that's where my journey began. So on the 17th of August 24, I went to the free taster session and I met a wonderful man who I was lucky enough to be allocated as my observer. And after a few hours, I signed up. He was able to identify some issues in my riding and we worked through them each session. As my riding improved, I did develop a fear of overtaking as I didn't want to go over the speed limit, wanted to be safe and legal. I was never looking for opportunities to overtake because I didn't see the point. I was happy to just sit there unless the overtake was really obvious and handed to me on a plate. However, my observer guided me and did lots of examples where I was following him, and I was soon able to use the IPSCA system more efficiently. Over the winter, I did stop riding for a few months because it was too cold and I couldn't feel what I was doing, wearing all the gear I was wearing. So sessions resumed back in March 25. I had a total of 8 sessions and then I was put forward for my test. On the 10th of May, I attended a bike safe course, which is fantastic for anyone to do. That's run by the police. This really helped me for my test, which was actually the following day. On the 11th of May, I gained my first class pass for my advanced riding. It's been a fantastic experience. The learning platforms worked really well for me as a new rider, and I actually think that all new A1 licensed riders should complete this course because it's a completely different way of thinking and I'm a lot safer now. I see things before they happen and then nothing bad happens. I would not be where I am now with my skills, my confidence and knowledge if I did not attend this course. It's completely transformed my thinking and riding. I'm consistent with every ride and other advanced riders can actually predict what I'm going to do as we all use the same system. It's like synchronized swimming moving over the roads. It makes riding in groups much more pleasurable and safer. I've met some wonderful people in my local IAM groups, and they've encouraged me to continue my training and develop my skills. So I began training for my master's course. So I had 6 sessions and then some odd rides with some knowledgeable people in between, which prepared me for my test, which was on the 11th of August. So I did an hour and 15 minutes of riding when I was being assessed, and the examiner was pleased to give me a distinction pass. So I was really pleased with that. In 12 months, I've covered 13,000 miles on my bike. A lot of these miles happened with my observer, practicing the techniques, riding with my local group and training for my masters. My 1 year's experience in miles is more than what some people do in 4 years. And I've actually now signed up to become an observer as I want to share what I have learnt. I would recommend the course. If you're thinking about doing it, just do it. Your skills, techniques and knowledge and confidence will grow. You'll become safer, and that's so important now with the faster cars on the roads. You will meet some wonderful like-minded people who will soon become your closest friends, which I have. just dive straight in there. Be confident, hold your head up. You've all passed the main A1 license test anyway, so you're all there. Whether you've got 10 years experience, 50 years experience, or a few months, be strong and confident in what you can do. I literally rocked up, I smiled, and I just went for it. Yes, I was the only female there at the beginning, and now I'm in a different group now, and there's even less females. Um, but everyone is friendly, approachable, and I've made some great friends there. I've been made to feel really welcome.